review of night callers and Bigfoot busters for Sunday, May 9th, 2010. Over on Night Callers, they had a guest, Alex, who also known as Midnight Walker. He's from the state of Georgia. He's originally from over close to the Macon area in Georgia, and he discussed his research, discussed some of the things he's found in the field, some of the things he's seen. Footers was about the largest beaver dam that was found in Canada recently. There were no callers that I could hear, but it was a pretty great show. The guest talked about his research, and he answered the standard question from Bill Green, as usual. As per usual, the standard question was brought up. There were several questions from the chat room. I asked him if he'd done any research in the North Georgia mountains, and if so, what had he found? He said he had done some research in the North Georgia mountains, and said that he'd found footprints and things of that nature, and heard strange growls. He's had a sighting of a large silhouette of a Sasquatch. I'm not sure what Night Callers has planned for next week, but it starts at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/nightcallers. And then over on Bigfoot Busters, they kind of addressed a little bit about the cyberbullying that's going on with some of these blogs, these Johnny-come-lately blogs that tend to bash researchers, especially YouTube researchers. There were only two callers. That was myself and Don Keating. Oh, and Abe as well. I'm sorry. Abe also called in to clear up some misconceptions about who was being invited or who was being uninvited to the lunch with Bob Gimlin, which will take place next Saturday at the conference. Of course, Don called in to talk about the conference, clear up some things himself about the conference. Turns out there will be no guided tour of the park this year. Because of responsibility, things of that nature. Because of the fact, if somebody gets hurt, the responsibility could fall on Don's shoulders. And I know that that's not something Don wants to have on his conscience. So that occurred. I called in. I just talked to Don a little bit about the conference and just expressed my excitement about the conference, which is coming up in 5 days. Other than that, it was a great show, and I really enjoyed both shows. Next week, Bigfoot Busters will not be on due to the Ohio Bigfoot Conference, but in 2 weeks, on May 23rd, the guys will be back, and they will have Bill Munns as their guest. That'll be at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, www.blogtalkradio.com/TCSJRBigfoot. And as always, we do encourage you to please tune in and support great research.